Statement.
Hey,
Oh my god! Oh, I told you my room was so nice.
we're live, by the way.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah,
Thanks,
still
ma'am.
talk about your nice room, though. I don't
Mhm.
know if we're doing the intro. We'll give it some
Uh,
time.
you gotta wait for Baba.
We'll give it some time.
Welcome to Warrior Class.
Where the teachers would pass.
And you will too if you pass.
All right. Sorry about that setup. I gotta, I don't know, get with Jared and uh
I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that Monday too, especially now that I have StreamYard myself and I'm learning how to operate it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to fool with it on my side,
yeah.
so we can start editing, looking at videos, and really critiquing techniques and stuff. I can't. I know how to do it now, and I cannot wait.
Yeah. What is just a matter of is he gotta when I try to sign in,
Y'all know we live, right?
yeah.
Okay.
When I try to sign in, he has to uh say, yeah, that's like it'll
Like
it's trying
security
to
measures.
it's trying to yes, it's security, so it's trying to prove that I'm not spamming or whatever. So he got to say, yeah, that's a computer that's supposed to be on this on StreamYard, and then StreamYard will allow me in.
It's kind of like the neighborhood where you got to call the number.
Yeah,
Get to the fence.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They got us at the gate, y'all. They got us at the gate.
So that's why I be running from room to room. If y'all don't know, let me see.
He got to dial the number, and then he got to run to the apartment and answer the phone and press the button and let us in the gate.
Just
And
like
then we
that.
come.
Had to take some yuzu. What's yuzu?
Are they bitters? I can't. Yeah, I know you get them at the health food store,
Happy New
or like
Year.
maybe Chinese herbs.
My chest on fire when I cough. Ooh, boy. It gets better. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy
You
New
see
Year.
my-
This is our first show in the new year.
Oh yeah, I forgot to first show you.
Happy new
manifesto.
banking calendar. Trustfully, your money will be straight for the next 12
Yeah.
months.
What's going on? You got a cold out of manifestos? Tell her what's going on.
I thought you meant Ruzu.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
You know. Okay. Yeah, you did. It is Ruzu. Okay, yeah. Ruzu's good for a lot of things.
What's Ruzu? I don't know what Ruzu is.
So Ruzu is this.
Do I look ignorant as a wellness consultant?
It's this compound that my wife, she sells, of course, and she got us all on it. But so if you get a cough or something, you take Ruzu, shit, it be gone. You take Ruzu, you got you're nauseous. You take Ruzu, knock it out.
Wow.
So it does a lot.
Amanika, you're aware of Ruzu and its effects, benefits?
I've heard Baba talk about it before. I've never taken it. It's from Nigeria, right, Baba? Come from Nigeria. Yeah, I remember him talking about it before.
I think I do too.
It tastes boy, bitter.
Bitter, yeah.
Good.
But bitter in nature is cleansing. So yeah, so
and it will do that to you when you first take it. It'll make you go to the toilet.
Be careful, man. It's me and Amanika was talking about it before. We even knew that it was this new thing, the Nord. It's a Nord. I forgot what it's called. My homeboy, my barber Mario, his wife caught it, and she's a like I'm basically.
You talking about that new virus?
Yeah, she's a raw vegan and eats really really good. Takes really good care of herself, and she caught it, and she was like on the verge of like death.
Wow.
It was really really rough. He was really really scared about it.
What were her symptoms?
It's called neurovirus or something like
that.
Like, that's brain.
Yes.
What were her symptoms be like?
That's scary.
Man, he explained it. It was so weird. She just couldn't eat. She didn't eat or drink water. How long can you go without water, Baba?
3 days. Yeah, 3 days.
Before it gets chronic or before you?
No, 3 days before you start to really suffer effects like confusion, headaches.
He said she went almost 7 days without water.
No.
She said she was
had
like
some kind of liquid. She had something.
right, some kind of liquids, but not water. She couldn't eat for 7 days, and she was in the hospital the whole time. And I forgot what her daughter is.
She was in the hospital. They gave her saline anyway.
Well, she went to the hospital after 7 days of not eating because she didn't want to go to the hospital. When they went to the hospital, they gave her IVs. They couldn't. It was really wild. So, the best thing I would tell people is prevention.
Yeah, Bob.
And the way you prevent it is you keep your body light as possible now. You do the things now. I was just in tune. You can ask Amaniki maybe a month ago. I just started drinking lemongrass tea every day with ginger and lime. I wasn't sick of nothing, and I usually save that for when I'm getting a cold. But something just said, man, just start. You need to build up some tolerance. You need to get yourself strong for something. And so sure enough, about a month, 3 weeks later, this new virus comes out. So make sure you guys are doing what you need to be doing out there.
This says called norovirus. N-O-R-O.
Exactly.
virus. It's just awful. I gotta look that up.
The best thing to do, like I said, if you're at a certain, I don't like using certain words because they're so ridiculous now, but if you have to have your body at a certain alkalinity, basically,
right,
and you will withstand pretty much any of these viruses that's going on out here. But you got to understand I just want to say what makes you susceptible. The biggest thing that makes you susceptible that drops your immune system is sugar. It is sugar. That's it. Stay away from the sugar, the processed sugar right now. Yeah. And this is the time of year they pair sugar with the time where it's you most susceptible to being sick. You got all the holidays with the most sugar. Season change.
Not drinking water too.
Right. It goes right with the season change.
With not drinking water.
Not drinking water, sweating more because you're sweating in your clothes. So people who don't exercise, you're actually sweating more in your clothes now in the wintertime. A lot of times you do in the summer because you stay air conditioned all summer long. People that don't really do much. And
Brittany Bowman says she's had norovirus twice. I thought it was something new. Okay, it's been out.
Yeah, it's kind of like you know how they round one and this round two coming out now. That hit out now.
She said you can't keep nothing down. It goes out both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, can't eat at all. So
that's terrible.
I wanted to speak to that real quick, man. I'm glad he's brought that up in there. Another thing too, man, real quick, and I'm gonna make this quick. I got some clients. I'm a wellness consultant, as y'all know. If you need me, inbox me. That really think when you are over 35 but under 55 and your legs work properly, you really have to use them. I don't know if y'all realize how important it is to do leg work, some type of leg work like walking, how important walking is, and squats or stuff like that. So just know, walking the benefits of walking, they're so great. People sometimes try to overdo it, but just on the walking, it uses your hip. It's using your hips and deals with mobility. So that's you're dealing with your mobility and your strength in your hips, your abdominal muscle strength, are connected to walking. So that's like crucial for your mobility and your strength as you get older. But for people, because a lot of us have diabetes or threatened or right on that level, and the doctor tell you to walk a lot, and I'm not telling you not to walk. In addition to walking, because walking uses type 1 muscles with dealing with burning fat and energy. That's not the same as muscles type 2 muscles that deal with glucose for energy. So yes, walking will help you a lot, but glucose is not only stored in the liver. A lot of people don't know it's in the muscles. So muscle activation is going to help regulate insulin. And the biggest muscles that do that are associated with squats, like your calves. And when you walk, you don't really exercise your calves like you do, like maybe when you run. Cardio takes about 20 minutes of cardio to even start working with your glucose. But stuff like squats gonna activate your glucose immediately because your calves use more blood sugar to function than a lot of other muscles in your body. So I just want to throw that out there because I'm always telling my clients to do squats and they don't realize how important squats are. Why people tell you, 20 squats a day, just do 20 squats. They tell you that you can look this up, and I'll end with this. I think it's like if you do like 10 squats, maybe you got a sitting job for 8 hours, and you just do like every 45 minutes, you do 10 squats. That's more effective for burning calories, glucose metabolism than walking for 30 minutes. Double is effective. So simple stuff like squats, because I work with people who can't do a lot sometimes, don't have a lot of time. A lot of people can do squats. They just don't like it because it's so tedious and hard and it gets on your nerves. And I'm talking about squats without weights. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Y'all know I'm always on y'all. Get right.
And with squats, you know, like you were saying, if you kind of make it a periodic thing, like if you're watching television, you know, you could get up and do 5 or 10 squats every time a commercial comes on.
In the morning, I'll be like this. If I got to, I'll do it just like this. When I'm looking at IG, I will do this. And I swear on everything I love, that's exactly what I'll do because it's the same motion. And if I'm like this, it's almost basically the same. So I will do that if necessary. I try not to, but if I'm really on my phone that morning, because I will get these squats out. I'm going to get them out.
Squats are also great for your digestive system. And that's, you know, a big part of your immune system. So if you can do squats and just get those 5 or 10 in at a time, you know, a few times a day, you'll definitely see a difference with a few different body systems.
And if you have a significant other, you can compete with them.
It's a big help.
But that's what I do with my wife. So we'll do the squats. And, you know, she'll try to out squat me, which is impossible.
If you can't squat and you can just walk. Try weighted vests. I get on people that I feel like is able and just walk and just it eats at me because I feel like you got to do if you can speed walk or whatever you could do it while you can do it. I'm real big on it.
While you're walking, you can work squats.
Yes.
Walk too.
It's a lot of things you can do. I'll talk forever, so I'm trying to get off of it because I've been getting back into. You know, once I get clients, I start studying more. So I start getting into all this stuff on like how it's connected to the gut. And basically, gut is the key to everything. Yeah, it's where everything starts and finishes in your body. Y'all know how I get.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to
social media workout
like 2-3 minutes. I recently went on a cruise, which is also my first trip out of the country, and it was really, really great. I wanted to I was able to see people our people in different communities, talk with them. It was a really great experience. The first place that I went to besides Puerto Rico was St. Croix, and they had a real I don't know if anyone's ever been on a cruise, but most places you stop at, it's like they almost have a mall set up for you to go inside and shop and all of that. Now, St. Croix was the first place that we stopped, so I didn't know that. But when I went to St. Croix, they had independent vendors out, which I loved. It was also a very short walk to a small shopping area where people were still, independent shops. And I wanted to shout out to an elder that I met named Negos, who was he had a little Ito food shop. And when I got there, he said he didn't have any food left, and I expressed disappointment. So he paused for a second. He was like, hold on. He went back to the back and he brought me out a small plate of food, but a real satisfying plate of food. And he wouldn't take money for it or anything. So it was a really beautiful experience there. I took a few pictures of his shop. I'm just gonna say St. Croix was the only place of all these black islands that I went to, basically, that I actually found some. This is a shirt that I bought for my son. That I actually found some sort of conscious type shirts.
That's what's up.
I mean, there was nothing anywhere close to that. Any of the other places that I went to, and I went out of my way to try to walk into town instead of shopping at the places they have set up for us to shop. So if I think of anything else, I'll probably talk on other episodes about my experiences on the cruise. But it was great. I really enjoyed it.
That's what's up. I'm glad you went.
Congratulations! I always wanted to go on a cruise, but I'm too scared of all that water. Saw too many disaster movies as a kid. The first cruise I went on was 1980. Shit, I'm trying to make sure I get it right. My children be like, "Hey, my first wife, we went on a cruise." And
I never been on a cruise.
79. No, it couldn't be 79. 80,
My
89.
goodness, Barbara.
89. That's terrible, but yeah, 89.
I'm a little nervous about them now. Before I would have been a lot. I was kind of eager to try it, but now I'm like, man, the way stuff be going, I'm scared to get out there in that water.
It wasn't bad. You don't get. I didn't get
from the water.
I have an uncle who was in the Navy he retired from the Navy. So he was telling me, make sure I had some Dramamine. He told me to buy the patch, which I couldn't find, but I took some Dramamine with me just in case I experienced any seasickness, but I didn't have any issues. It was all good. Everything that I thought would be an issue, I wasn't sure. Everything turned out great.
Before we get started real quick, just talking about the cold, the fact that it's cold outside right now. I was telling Bob beforehand, it just made me think about the book Iceman Inheritance. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that book, but if you know the book, cool. If not, it's okay. But I can really see how being cold, it's easy to be bitter when it's cold. Like, it's just easy to be bitter. Like, when it's warm, like, you be uncomfortable. You can get mad because it's so hot. You know what I'm saying? But you don't keep that because you can get exhausted if you hold that in the heat. You know what I'm saying? But you could keep that, which made me feel like, I feel like you can hold a grudge longer in the cold. I don't know if that's a science, but I feel like you can hold a grudge because you don't get that release. It's just cold all the time. You just uptight. You never get to be, being cold or something.
And cold contracts, so you're holding your energy in too.
Oh,
including negative energy. So you just contracts.
And it's frozen. It's frozen still.
Right.
Until you get heated.
It takes more. To me, it takes more. Like yesterday, I had to walk to my car after it had snowed in Atlanta. And it was so cold outside. Like, you really have to hold yourself to deal with that. I don't find that with the heat, but with the cold, like, it's a mental thing almost.
Now, what's funny, my family on my wife's side, they're from Atlanta, and they making videos of dancing in the snow. And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm watching videos and dudes, skiing up. I like that. That's good for the mind. But I was like, y'all don't know Chicago snow.
Right.
This ain't no snow. When it's up to your over your knees, you ain't gonna be outside dancing.
I meant to send you a video from this lady from Chicago. They interviewed this lady in Chicago, and she talking about, y'all mad that it's snowing? It was just 2 degrees last week. This is summer breeze. This is a vacation. What y'all mad about? Right. I was like, dang. It's like it was just 2 degrees last week.
It would be 50 degrees. Like we've had weird winter where it hit 50 degrees or something. And boy, we out in t-shirts and shit. And in the mud. Like it's summer to us, but the winter, it can get 25 below.
Oh yeah.
Without the wind. 25 below. That's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
And and that's nothing compared to Alaska, where it gets 80 below. That's real winter.
That's why sometimes. That's why I respect. I think about. I can't say respect, but I think about professional athletes, like brothers from Miami, and they get drafted and go to New England. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got all kinds of resources to, I'm sure
they gonna take all the resources. You got to get out that car sooner or later. You got to live. You got to live. That's why people don't want to play there. That's why people, different places around the world, people don't want to go. Like the Utah, different places, people don't want to live. Like Colorado, they like it's beautiful, but God dang, I'm from so and so, man.
I'm in the picture of Chicago weather is crazy, yeah. And it's because, well, one, it's in the center of the country, right? But also all the skyscrapers that surround. So, and we got 2 bodies of water,
right?
So
wind coming off of there,
right? So it's just all that added. The wind come off, and then you got the skyscraper just closing that in. It's terrible.
Ancient Chicago.
Well, we got one lake and one river. The lake, my wife, when she first saw Lake Michigan, she said, "Damn, is this an ocean?" Because it's one of the biggest lakes in the world. The biggest lake in the world is Lake Victoria in South Africa. I can only imagine how big that shit is, because when you look at Lake Michigan, it goes up the entire city from the south side to the north side, and it's huge, right? And goes across to Michigan. I can only imagine how big Lake Victoria is.
I can't imagine. Biggest river I've seen is Cape Fear.
Yeah, I've been to Cape Fear too. That's and that's
in my backyard. That's like 30 minutes on my bicycle.
I've been to Ohio in January. Never
15
again.
minutes on my bicycle. I'm exaggerating.
Never again. Yeah, you don't go. So you don't go to the Midwest in January, February.
Mm-mm.
You don't go those 2
Guess
months.
what?
Yeah, you can get caught out there in June on a good evening.
I'm in the runnings for this lead for a park, and I will have to be in Chicago.
What month?
If I get it.
What month? This month?
I think it starts like between like the end of January and February.
Oh my God!
You're gonna have to get some more clothes.
I think it's for like 2 days though.
Oh, okay.
Those only got like 1 day.
That will be a life-changing 2 days.
I'm scared if I get it.
Never felt
if you get it, just
needles in your face from the cold.
Yeah, make sure you have if you don't have a heavy coat, I'll give you one. Well, I'll loan you one.
I got one Parker.
Okay, there you go. So you need a Parker. You need layer clothes. You need some long johns and shit. I don't know. I'm sure you can get long johns here from somewhere.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine because I think cutting trees back in the days prepared me. Like I know how to layer.
No.
No, I'm not prepared. Listen. I'm not prepared for the cold, but I know how to
don't
dress
wear
for it.
those camouflage damn pants and shit.
No. I'm saying I know I'm not gonna be prepared for how it's gonna feel, but I know how to dress for it. I do
Don't
know
go up
that.
there with no poo shiesty. Don't, don't worry about that. Get you a hat, some good hats. Make sure you
Right.
I'm gonna have a mask on too. I'm gonna have it all on. I'm gonna have everything.
get you some gloves.
Some mittens.
I got gloves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got thick gloves. I'm ready. I'm ready. The kind with the skin and the.
So this is a key for people when they go. You have gloves. You say, "Damn, my hands hurting." Get you some mittens. Mittens are warmer than gloves. Whenever if you work in cold environments, cold environments like Chicago, like Alaska, mittens are what you wear, not gloves.
Yeah, because your hands together create more warmth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right. That's right.
This was the best investment I did last year for $30. I got these offline. You can't see them because they're so big, but these joints right here, easy to put on, fur in the inside. Oh, they are nice.
That's what's up.
Now, I said, okay, well, but why we do what we do, and I had mentioned why did the
chicken cross the road?
Brother, yeah, why the chicken, yeah, why did brother do the attack in New Orleans, Jabbar? I want to make a couple of points about him. Number one, if you all see the picture of him when he's in the army, I looked at that. I said, "Oh shit!" Immediately, he's intelligence. He was intelligence. Now I think they've been told it, but he's intelligence. He was in the 82nd Airborne. So he's intelligence for the 82nd Airborne. So he's privy to certain things. Okay, a person who is intelligence in the 82nd Airborne has top secret clearance, not top secret compartment clearance, but he has top secret clearance. Top secret compartment is the highest level, and that's only given like to certain intelligence personnel in the military, special forces, psychological operations. But he's the tier below that, top secret. Okay. I'm saying that to say they're building a narrative that he was insane and maybe he wasn't. That's all I'll say to that. They're building this narrative. They say, he wanted to kill his family. He was thinking of killing everybody in his family. And it was either kill everybody in my family, and this doesn't make sense, or drive to New Orleans and kill everybody. It doesn't make sense to go from Texas to New Orleans and because you can kill people in Texas. He could easily kill people in Texas in a large number. So, I mean, I'm not saying he didn't do it, but this narrative that they're giving us of he was just an insane dude, I don't know about that. And he said, I decided I'll do this in the name of ISIS. Listening to the language, he didn't say he was ISIS. He didn't say he was in the organization. He said, I'll do this in the name of ISIS. Right? I can do something in the name of the Nation of Islam. I can do something in the name of Nuwabian. Anything, right? We can do that, And yeah, I mean, because the narrative for white vet who blew up Tesla on news I saw was we failed him. Right, we failed him, but this brother is a terrorist attack.
Right.
So watch that, and all the news is saying he's a terrorist. They were saying that early on before they had any information. He's a terrorist. He's a terrorist. Watch that. Okay. That's all I can say right now because I don't want to get us cut off.
Yeah, Bob.
You already know how they is.
Yeah, I have to read into it more. I feel like I've been out of the loop for a minute.
Yeah, do your research on that.
Yeah, Bob.
It's a lot of information now.
I'm reading through the chat. I see a lot of great comments. Sorry we haven't been able to address everything, but thank y'all for always participating.
I'm from Pennsylvania. I don't have a single thing to say. I'm going to keep quiet before the nature of other areas figures that out. You mean as far as weather? Yeah, Pennsylvania's rough too.
Yeah, I've never been there.
The Northeast, period. But people from New York who've been to Chicago tell you it's rougher.
It's Chicago
in the winter.
Emmanuel Briggs said he had a cousin that spent some time in Wyoming. He said the wind there was like nothing he ever felt in life, and you're constantly blown around by it.
I bet. Now there are places
it's open like that.
Like Minnesota, we can get snow, like I said, up to your knees. We got snow up to the door, the top of the door. Minnesota, shit, they get snow up to the top of their house. They don't have as cold a winter as we do, but they have more snow, than any place I've ever seen.
That's crazy. Just think about going to a place like that and deciding to build a house. Let's build a neighborhood here. You know, after you see what the weather is like, you still decide to cut all the trees down and make yourself someplace to live.
You know, in Minnesota, I could actually go to the roof and jump into the snow. It wouldn't be a far fall either. It'd be like right here.
Ain't no different than where I'm from, and it's like, hey, let's build houses right here where the water at, where hurricanes come at least twice every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Let's put houses right here. Like they knock them down. Look, gotta have money, I guess.
Exactly. Oh my goodness! I don't know if we moved to California, but shout out to all our folks out there. Trustfully, everyone is safe.
Yeah, my sister and my nephew, their houses were caught, so they're without power, but they had to leave before for the fire. This time, my sister's like, we're not leaving, but it was they lost power, but it's back on now.
Okay.
It's so similar to what we've been seeing, man. It's just all this. It's a lot of conspiracy stuff about everything that's going on. I mean, I just prayers to people who lost everything, man.
Now, one thing that people don't realize when it's fires, the people lose water.
Right.
Because they use the water to fight the fires. I was watching the fire truck pull up. Man, they're at the point where they're putting water from the truck in bags.
And they hats and stuff. They said they ain't have no water.
Like ancient, like 1800s or something. They're throwing the water on the fire.
What about the fact that what about like a month before State Farm canceled all the fire insurance in that area? That's crazy. Then they talk about these smart meters that cause the electrical fires. Before we leave that, research the company that made those smart meters is PG&E. The history of that company goes back to other fires long time ago, though. Very interesting information. PG&E. We'll leave that alone as well.
And I just want to mention I know there's a sister who has a show. I'm not sure if she does it every week, but I think it's Sister Thandie Seasway.
Candace Seasway.
Right. Yeah. I apologize, sis, if you're watching. She is one of my favorite Facebook friends. We have never met in person, but we have a very similar sense of humor. So I kind of have become familiar with her on Facebook, but she also has a show on Black Power Media, and she said
Black
that
Liberation,
she's safe.
Black Liberation Media.
Black Liberation Media, excuse me. And so she says she's safe. So that's beautiful. But trustfully, she stays safe as well.
Yeah.
And her sense of
Candace
humor must
Seasway,
be
yeah,
good.
root work is her show.
And she is hilarious. I could tell you so many things that she said that have like made me cry.
And if you follow her on Facebook, she always has funny stuff.
Right, yes, that too.
I gotta follow her.
Yeah, I have sent you things from her for sure. I'm probably last week.
Cool. Let's check her out.
All right, so I'm sorry I keep looking this way. My daughter and my granddaughter keep running this way. So anyway.
Hey, Okiki.
Yeah, they see you, I think. And my 16-year-old daughter is now getting her and moving her from the room. All right, so
hey, Amy.
What's happening, Amy?
What's up, grown lady?
It's hey, come let me see.
Peace.
Hey, Okiki.
Wrong man.
My granddaughter.
How are you?
Oh, I love the baby.
Oh, y'all see what's happening here.
Life is teeming with life over there.
Right, life be lifing. Life be lifing. All right. So, why is a question we should always ask. Why? I bought a book for my son. He always asked why when he was little. Oh my God, he asked so many. Well, my daughter, my 16-year-old's godmother, actually bought him this book. That's called Why. Because he always, why is this? Why is that? You answer that one, he said, well, why is it that? Because
is that the Dr. Seuss book?
Why? No, it's a actual thick book like this of just like I think 2,000 questions, 2,000 answers why.
Oh,
I had a book like that.
I didn't, and I would have loved.
I thought he was talking about the regular Dr. Seuss book because I had a different book of why. It had some kind of like it was just a bunch of why questions, but it had some kind of like facts in it too, but it was phrased in why questions. So it was really good.
Yeah. This book, it's a green book. It's thick, and it's about at least 2,000 questions asking why this, and then it answers. All right. So why do you do what you do? Why do I do? Why do we do what we do? What is your motivation for action? What's driving you? Everything we do is an attempt to meet core human needs. Everything. Much can be said about what exactly counts as a need and the difference between needs and the many strategies we employ in our attempt to meet them. We are not all the same, but we do share the same core needs. And they serve as the only reason for us to do anything. Anything. Okay. And we're going to look at the hierarchy of needs. And you can put anything in that hierarchy. What varies is the degree of awareness we bring to the relationship between our needs and our actions.
When we are not aware of our needs, we act based on our feelings, thoughts, habits, or impulse. In essence, each of these types of motivations can serve as a way to deny our responsibility for our choices. Although each of these is connected to our needs, unless we specifically engage with the underlying needs, we are likely to continue to act with less choice than we can cultivate and achieve through becoming aware of these needs.
Unless we develop some kind of practice of conscious engagement with our feelings, most of us experience them and respond to them as internal demands for action or avoidance of action, whether or not it's what we want. Fear, shame, or guilt may lead us to avoidance, while anger or excitement leads us to move forward, leads us to move toward an action. When we instantly translate feelings into actions, we sidestep any understanding of what we truly want. Because of the strength with which our feelings command action, we don't have the opportunity to use feelings as they were designed for, which is to be sources of information. Feelings arise from the constant stream of data about what is happening and our ceaseless evaluation under the radar of our awareness as to whether or not our needs are met. Listening to our feelings carefully allows us to trace them to the underlying needs that give rise to them. And choice lies in the capacity to understand, access, and embrace the underlying needs.
Without a concrete practice of aiming our attention on identifying needs, we are way more likely to link our feelings to thoughts, which are still removed from our primary inherent motivation. Thoughts mask our choice in a different way from our feelings. When we act based on what we should do, must do, or have to do, what we can't do, what others will say, what is rational and reasonable or appropriate, we are linking our actions to something that is fundamentally external to us. Feelings compel us from within, while thoughts compel us from without. The reason this is of such vital importance is that freedom is about choosing rather than being compelled. I'll say that again. Freedom is about choosing rather than being compelled. Choice is always internal. We may and often will take into consideration the effect of our actions and choices on others. Still, there's a world of difference between believing we have to do something and choosing it based on what's important to us.
It's funny, Bob. Before I read this real quick, I was just talking about how in this on social media, how if you don't know, like you don't know something that don't exist, a lot of us have iron deficiency, which is a thiamine deficiency, which deals with the left part of the brain that cause impulse disorders, anger issues, different things like that. And by not knowing that, you may be moving in a way where you're not being able to make the choices you would make if you were in your healthier state.
Right.
And this is basically, in a healthy state of mind. So our thoughts contain information about what is important to us. And in that way, they too are expressions of our needs. They usually lack the vibrancy of feelings, the sense of being alive, whether happily or not. Part of what I love about connecting with myself at the level of needs rather than feelings or thought is that I then feel both the vibrancy of life that comes from being internally connected and the sense of clear choice that comes from knowing what's important.
While feelings and thoughts give us the illusion of choice, habits are recognized by most of us as lacking choice. As a result, when people begin the practice of learning to connect with their needs, they easily fall into judging their habits. I can't imagine that any positive change can emerge from self-judgment rather than from understanding the needs the habits aim to serve and finding choice in how to attend to them.
Part of the difficulty with transforming habits into choice is that we often aren't even aware of taking an action based on a habit. It's only at other times, away from the action, that we may become aware that we acted based on a habit. Those are also the times we are most likely to judge ourselves for habitual behavior. What makes it even more challenging is that finding the needs that give rise to the habit requires deep sleuthing because the habits were formed in the past when specific actions may have been powerful strategies to meet certain needs, and those very same strategies may no longer attend to those needs. Habits, by their nature, are designed to relieve us from having to choose freshly each time, so it's not likely to be easy to regain choice. This is where compassion for self is essential. It's only when we have sufficient tenderness towards how hard changing habits can be that we can create a different motivation for the process of change itself. Instead of being motivated by should thinking, we can find the needs that lead us to want to engage with the habit. Often, these are freedom and authenticity, which are powerful motivators. They may or may not be the same for others who are reading this, who are or hearing this. Embracing all our needs in relation to our habits may shift the emotional quality of trying to make a change. For example, from urgency to calm resolve. This grounding can help us mourn any unmet needs that the habits lead to. Envision other strategies to meet as many needs as we can and develop clear requests of ourselves to support the desired change. I cannot stress enough how critical it is to reach full connection with the needs that lead us to choose the habitual behavior. This connection is essential for making change that is grounded in self-compassion. Without this quality, we cannot have sufficient internal cooperation, and the attempt to change is likely to be a self-demand that will recreate internal resistance to the change. So you can't, if you have a habit, be kind to yourself.
Mm.
If you want to change the habit, if you feel you have to, it's not fulfilling the needs that you had now, be kind to yourself. If a person has a drug habit, cocaine, okay, what need are they fulfilling uh, or seemingly fulfilling? And then when it stops fulfilling that need, be kind. You know you have to stop, but it's a journey.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
going to be a journey to stop and recognize that it's going to be a journey to stop. Okay. Um,
Sure.
Other people may not be kind to you. You be kind to you because you're the most important and you're what's going to make that change.
Yeah, bro.
So be kind to yourself. Okay.
It's funny. I was watching this video on Facebook. A short one. It was last night, I think, and there was this doctor. It was supposed to be funny, but he was talking to this woman who was very, very overweight. And I don't know what the context was necessarily, but it seemed like she was in a hospital bed. And she was telling him how she had barely eaten anything because he was telling her, I guess, certain meats that she should stay away from. And she was like, well, I haven't eaten that kind of meat, and I really haven't eaten anything since I got here. And he told her, you're not going to waste away. You have eaten enough food for the next 4 years all at one time. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that what he was saying was true. That,
But he
I
was
mean, there's
he
no
was
doubt about that. But it was the way he was telling her, like, there's no way that someone is going to change. Obviously, if you have eaten yourself to the point that you're actually obese, someone making those kind of disparaging comments to you is not going to be what makes you make the
No,
change.
it's not helpful at all.
no.
It's not helpful. Now, I saw the thing. I laughed because it was so cold.
It
Right.
was the way I mean, it
But
was like cut and dry.
but damn. I mean, I would hate to, and I know some people who are obese. I have some friends who are. I would hate they're trying to get help and somebody talks to them like that.
Right.
Right. or think that like shaming is a way of encouraging or motivation.
Now that's something that our family does.
Yeah, you know where I was going with it. You know where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Because I had to definitely have a talk with a family member about that. They was talking about this was years ago with my daughter, and I think it's my mama seeing my daughter for the first time, and the person that's getting out of the car, my daughter said, look at her, look how big she done got. She done got big, didn't she? And my mama trying to play it off like, yeah, she done grown so much, she know what she's saying, but trying to play it off.
Right.
And they steady trying to, and I had to be like, yo, hey. That's just what I did. And they looking at me crazy because they got years on me, but I'm daddy, goddamn. I don't care who nobody is. You're not gonna do that. I don't care who you is. How many crosses you got on your neck.
Family.
I don't care what I don't care how many times you've been baptized. Who the Lord did sanction what? Hey, anyway, that personal.
Yeah, just think about all the children who have had their self-esteem, just
It don't take
just from these jokes when they go to family reunions and when they go around and see their family, it's like
you never know, bro. You never know what's gonna stick to somebody.
Right.
Because nobody ain't gonna tell you unless you know that person. Like I still remember stuff my aunt, when I was 14, she loves me to death. I'm never gonna forget when she saw me for the first time in like a year or two, from 12 to 14 as a boy, I had gotten very tall. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, oh my goodness, you could be a model if you like got surgery to your ears or something. Like, it's funny. I swear to God, it was funny to me. Right. Even then, I laughed. She wasn't laughing. Like, she was dead. She was dead ass serious. Like, that's the kind of, I got one of them chain smoking, poker playing aunts.
That aunt.
Oh shoot, right, exactly. She just goes puff a cigarette and say some shit.
That's funny.
Oh my God, you look so good. If you could be a model if you like that, have got surgery on your ears or something. And I bust out, I was like, damn, I
Ah.
That's funny.
All right, I'm gonna read now. Excuse me, sorry. Hey, so the final contender I am aware of for being a primary motivator is impulse. Like habits, impulses are recognized as lacking choice and are therefore judged. Contrary, excuse me, like I had a seizure sometimes. I'm sorry, but I don't mean to say. Contrary to habits, thoughts, impulses appear as natural and full of life. Sometimes, especially when we have been enslaved by habits and painful thoughts patterns, responding to our impulses and acting on them can seem like a welcome relief. They can give us the illusion of coming back to ourselves. Really tricky, really tricky. Impulses.
I was laughing because he said, it's like I have a seizure or something. That was explained to me. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Impulses are completely spontaneous, and yet they may not necessarily be related to what we truly want. Our impulses can arise for so many reasons, and by themselves, we have no clear way of assessing the capacity to fulfill their capacity. I'm sorry. We have no clear way to assess their capacity to fulfill needs. An impulse like a feeling, has a quality of propelling us to action. I just want to say, like, it's like I used to think of it like one day you're driving home, you see that Krispy Kreme, and the impulse, what's the order? Impulse.
It's
thought.
The order of action.
Impulse, thought, action.
No, it's It's thought, perception, thought, impulse, action.
Perception, thought. I'm sorry. Perception, thought, impulse, action. I got this perception, thought, impulse, action. I had something to remember that. Perception, thought, impulse, action. So you see that Krispy Kreme. It's close. It's right around the corner. You at the light.
The light is on. It says they're hot and fresh.
Right. You get the thought, man, it'd be nice to have some donuts. And then is that picture you put in your head.
Yeah, bro.
That's what add like that feeling is get like all of a sudden your body just your molecules start moving. Is that right before the action?
Right.
You feel it brewing. You feel it brewing up. And you know the way I explain this to people that I'm talking to wellness is what happens is the first time you go there, it's like your brain is all woods and you chop down some woods to get to that path. So next time you're going around that corner, you're gonna see them woods that have been chopped down.
Where she go?
When you see that Krispy Kreme, it's gonna be a clear vision of it. That's that impulse. When you see it next time, you know what I'm saying? And if you go that time, you clearing that way a little bit more till finally it's like grooves in the mud. You ever been to somebody's house that got a dirt road and it's groovy because of the mud and not a grooves in it? You basically got to drive in that or go out and be in the woods because you can't drive on that. That's what the habit feel like. When you pass that Krispy Kreme now you done created them grooves in the mud. It was just a little path where you saw now you got grooves almost like you on a train rail now. You got to take that path now. And that's how a habit can make you can be a slave of that. Wow. And so breaking a habit can be very, very difficult in that note. So I just want to always give them that.
My son bought me some new gym shoes, and they pretty good for my feet. I was wearing them, you know, out in the snow and stuff. But
are those little Kikiolas?
Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness. Little teeny tiny Jordans.
I don't know who figured out the science that just made me think of the small bottle of it's supposed to be the regular size Hunts, but it's like a small bottle. Now they do that with hot sauce too. I don't know who figured out that women are going to buy cute stuff. It's like 90.
It's not that hard to figure out.
It's like in 90, no, but it's like 90 in the 90s. All of a sudden, Vaseline got this small. Doves, like little. You saw them in the bins.
Well, it's personalized. Think about that.
And one time, I was looking at diapers, like my children's diapers. I found an old, newborn baby diaper. I'm like, oh, it was so cute. It was, little compared to the pull up.
Right, the little diaper.
So it get men too.
Yeah, men too.
I was doing this. I was thinking of a certain religious leader. When I first met him, I looked down, I shook his hand and looked down at his feet, and his feet looked like that. He got such tiny feet. He got child-sized feet.
Wow.
A certain religious leader who is famous.
It's the shame that you can't say his name. It's the reason you can't say his name because it's so much insinuated with having little feet. It's almost like a shame for a man can't have feet with so little. It's like it's too much insinuated with that.
He's
I asked this dude what size shoe he wore. I'm getting some work done, chiropractic work done. So I'm trying to sell stuff to my doctor. I'm trying to do anything to offset the price. So I'm asking him what size shoes he wear. I got sneakers. I got massage tables and stuff, like all type of stuff. I'm trying to see what he's talking about. I was like, what size shoe you wear? He didn't want to say. He was like, you probably don't have my size. I was like, what size you got? I got all types of size. I wear 8.
It was really an 8.
Well, the person I'm talking about wears a size 6.
Wow. A man's, I wear a bigger size.
He's 5'10" and wears a size 6 shoe.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah.
He got the cutest feet.
Yeah. Right. You know,
yeah, you can't talk, Baba.
I got pretty feet, but they size 12.
Right. I
Beautiful.
I wear 12 pairs of wool socks every day. My feet are just got to be sweaty and wrinkled because ain't no way I'm putting on a size 6. I'm at least put on an 8.5, 9. I don't care what type. I don't care what I gotta do. I don't care what I gotta do. I'm not going outside with a stick. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, y'all. All right.
My bad. To get back on track, I did have some thoughts about the feelings fueled impulses that you were referring to. Also, Bile, I think people here know I regularly do these fruit feasts, which fast feasts.
I thought you were about to say do cocaine. We were talking about crowds. Oh shit. No.
But the fruit feast is generally a month long, and I'm a part of this Facebook group. There's this brother from England who he lives in New York, but he has these groups every other month where the new fruit feast starts. And you hear, like, when people share, they go through so many emotions when it comes, because I will fast forward and let everyone know you can eat fruit for a whole month. It will not affect you. It will not make you feel crazy, like nothing like that. You will be absolutely normal. But people get so emotional about, you realize how many of your emotions are tied to the things that you eat, and how often you're eating things that are really tied to how you feel rather than what you actually need to eat in the moment. So, you have people who make these decisions to break the fruit feast, and they rationalize them based on things that are only emotional, only linked to their feelings. But they're saying that they're acting on their instincts, or my body's telling me I need this. So like
I need candy.
Right, exactly. You see it over and over and over again. It's almost like they're rebelling, like or like everyone else in the group is a fool because they're listening to what their body is saying, and the rest of us are just sheep because we keep eating this fruit that we committed to eating. So it's just always interesting to see people's emotions, it's been an interesting journey with that. I'm going into like my 3rd year of doing that in March, and I have seen a lot when it comes to that.
Congratulations on that too. That takes a lot of will and discipline.
I know this sister Amo Pare, she's doing the fruit feast now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing it now, but my son decided that he didn't want to do it this month. So
now, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I already know what you say.
Now I did do a soup feast all last month.
No, that is not what I thought you were gonna say.
I did a food feast. I did a food feast last month.
I did a soup feast all month, and I don't know. I might do one this month, depending on how things go. I already got the soup lined up.
That is also need based, but in a different way. All right, it's my turn.
Men with nice feet. I'm sorry, I was reading Brittany Bowden's comment. I am not one of those men, Brittany. I don't know if you know that. I'm just gonna let you
know. I was gonna let it slide. Let's look at training. Some common themes of influence on why we train emerge. Media, which is TV, film, comics, sports, and gaming, can be affecting that. Family and friends, bullying, mental health, a male influence can affect it. Fun, Self-development can be a reason. Fitness and or weight loss is also a really good reason. Self-defense, excellent reason. Help with trauma, reinvention, which, changing your life. Empowerment, anger control, addiction recovery, and also just by random chance.
Now, real quick, Babu. Now, when we say train, maybe new listeners out there, they may think, we might be talking about weight training. We're talking
about self-defense training, survival training.
Copy that. Way to go, clinical city. I went vegetarian this year. Good for you.
Oh yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Stay strong. You got this.
Right. Baby steps.
Man, Brits, I love soup. Me too. So I'm a big lover of soup, but I had gotten dizzy a couple of years ago. I couldn't keep my head up and shit. And so my wife just, hey, I'm just gonna get you soup. We're gonna eat just soup for like 90 days. And man, at that point,
where's Whitley?
It was another 2 years before I could eat soup again.
Aww.
Because I ate so much damn soup. That's all I ate. Soup. I was like, I don't want another soup. She was like, you gotta eat some more soup.
You just made me think of something. You said it got dizzy before I forget. This happened to me recently, which I thought about how dangerous it was. A lot of people may not experience this, but some people that you could, I think, over 6 feet, you sit down long enough, if you stretch, you can get dizzy.
Really? I'm over 6 feet.
Like circulation?
Yeah.
Circulation issue. I could.
Yeah, a lot of a doctor told me that was common a lot. So people over 6 feet, if you sit down for a while and say you get up and you stretch hard and long, if you do it too long, it can make you dizzy.
Oh, because you're having a vasomotor or vagal response. Yeah.
So I notice, but it's some subconscious things. Every now and then you've been sitting down for a while, you stretch. But in the stretch, you have to all of a sudden be like, oh, shoot, because you'll feel yourself. You'll feel it. That being said, I'm in the shower.
Yeah, it happens. So that happens a lot in the shower, yeah.
I'm in the shower, but I've never stretched like a yarn stretch in the shower before. So I'm in the shower, and lately my body don't want to work unless I just got to run hot water over it for a minute and kind of reboot and just kind of sit there like this for a minute and be an invalid. So I'm just sitting there in the shower like this for a minute, just kind of thinking while I was running on the back of my neck and stuff. It's hot, and I'm getting ready to start washing up, so I stretch first. And as soon as I get ready, I'm like, holy, wait a minute. I felt myself getting dizzy. And so I'm trying to regulate my breathing because I know how to breathe and settle myself. And I stumbled just a little bit. And I realized how dangerous it is to stumble in the bathroom, in the shower while it's all like, holy shit, get it together, brother. Because if you slip, you can kill yourself in this motherfucker. Excuse my language. And I got so nervous, but I stayed calm and got it together. And after, I just like, whoa, shit. That's something new I got to worry about and think about. Holy shit, dying in the shower, stretch.
Right.
So when it happened to me, I was just sitting at the computer. And I was like, oh my God. I just felt like just the world kind of tilt. And I pushed away from the computer. I said, shit. And then I just getting real dizzy. I ran to the bathroom, threw up. So I'm thinking it was food at first. I sat back down. I said, oh my God, I'm getting dizzy again. So I had my wife bring me this picture. I threw up. Again. Put my head down. Then I realized I couldn't lift it. I could lift it, but I couldn't sit up. Just kept on throwing up. Then I put my head back down. So I said, man, I gotta, I guess I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. So I got up, like tried to get up. I couldn't. Head went back down. I said, oh shit. So my mother had given us a wheelchair for the children to just play around in and shit. I said, bring the wheelchair down. Luckily we had it. I sat in the wheelchair, and then my wife and daughter had to work to pull me out of the house. Mm. And then they got me in the car, took me to the hospital. The dude at the hospital, the doctor, not dude, the doctor, he's tapping my stomach. It scared me. He touches my left side of the stomach, around the pancreas. I'm thinking, what the hell is he saying? And then he looked at the other doctor. They whispered something. I said, hey. Then they were looking concerned. I said, hey, what is it? Oh, it's nothing. And they said, we'll be back. They went out, talked and shit, came back in. All right, we're going to give this medicine to stop the nausea. I said, what were you all talking about? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. I'm like, what? Don't worry about that. They said, yeah, just go home. It's just time. It's gonna. So, and that's what it was. I'd be sitting up. I'd boom, fall over in the bed. And I don't know if y'all remember this.
No.
Yeah, I fall over.
Of course, we wouldn't know what's going on at home. You fall on the bed. You ain't telling us this.
Well, I ain't tell y'all. Yeah. Then I sit back up, and because I was trying to just practice, just sitting up. I go to my wife helped me in the car. We go to Whole Foods, and she'd be like, okay, now you walk. I said, I can't. She said, walk. So she got me the cart. She said,
right,
get on the cart and walk. So she made me get out of the car, and I'm walking like, oh, I just wanted to just fall over, but I'm walking. I said, dear, that was enough. She said, okay, well, sit here, let me shop, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sitting in the the benches in the front of Whole Foods while she shopped. And so that was
just about to say you were sitting in the cart. I was about to say that looked strange.
No, that would be strange. So we kept doing that every day until I strengthened and was able to walk without the car.
Brittany Bowman said that she thinks it sounds like vertigo.
Yeah, it was vertigo, but it was extreme from something. I really believe that because right after that, that's when COVID hit. I really believe I had COVID, and those doctors knew.
I always say that too.
Some kind of virus and didn't say nothing.
They had something they had been seeing,
right?
And it was consistent with something they had been seeing, but they didn't.
Vertigo 19.
Right. Yeah. COVID 18. Yeah.
I wanted to say Tonga Jones asked about where is the link. So let us know what.
I know. I don't know what link she's talking about. What link is she talking about?
I don't know. That's what
I had that in law school, probably triggered by stress.
I asked that question already.
Did fresh air help? Yes, but I didn't recognize it at first that it was helping.
Ain't that something? Right. And cynical. I just want you to know, Baba has sound effects for days. It's just in him. He just has the best sound effects.
I made some sound effects.
You don't even know. I got a 3-second video of you making the strangest freaking noise to a slip, Baba. You slipping and you say, shit! And I say, you know what? I'm gonna post this in the chat because there's no reason he should have made that damn noise. But that's what his body sounded like when he did it. It was so fast. Like he made the best. Your punch is never gonna have the sound effects as his. They're never gonna be as powerful. His stuff is just too. His sound effects is, I don't know, man. He need to be the old school Batman. We need to do the Ice Cold Carter comic book like we was supposed to, the motion comic, and Baba need to do the sound effects in that motion comic. And we got a hit, man. He don't want to allow it. All right, let's keep going.
Make a compilation of those sound effects. I really don't recognize when I'm doing it.
I'm gonna do it. I got enough. It's gonna be the funny. That's how we go. That's how we go viral. Just it's a bunch of Baba doing little slips and stuff, making the crazy. Thank you, Emmanuel Briggs. You helped us out there. Let's go promote the school.
Make a compilation of those sound effects. That's his signature noise, like Bruce Lee's yelp. I manifested. My mom had that for a few. So I manifested. Say he had Bell's palsy in his face for 6 months right before COVID.
Wow.
So a lot of people can point. Kunle was sick right before COVID. It was something with his stomach. We had.
Your mic just went out, Baba. I heard it come out. I think it came out of the jack or something.
Yeah, I hit the button. We had warnings that something was happening. We just
Exactly.
we didn't know. You don't know a thing that doesn't exist.
Yeah, bro.
So we didn't know to look for the similarities, even though different people were sick around us and shit. And we didn't know what to look for. Or like me, you know, I wasn't talking about what was happening, like with the dizziness, you know.
Right.
So, all right. Now it's funny when COVID, when we knew about COVID, everybody knew about COVID. I got real sick again, and the priest, Barbara Scholler, my wife called him, told him, and he was, oh, my brother, he's crying on the phone and shit, because you know we back then we just thought COVID was a death sentence.
Right.
I said, man, you're crying. You're supposed to help me. You're crying. I said, I'm not crying. I'm on a fight to live. Come on, man. Strengthen yourself. I had to tell him that because, oh, my brother, he cried. I'm like, really, my I'm not leaving, man. I'm not leaving. I got work to do. I'm not dying.
I ain't gonna front, boy. That was a scary time, boy. I ain't never been that weak. I've never thought that I could be that weak.
Yeah, shit. When we got the whole house got Omicron. Oh my God. Now that was worse than the regular COVID. What do you call it? Delta variant or something. That was worse. The Omicron, because it felt like I was hit by a Mack truck. That hurts. It hurts. Regular COVID, you know, you weak and can't breathe. But this shit, it hurts. Like I was physically, you just want to, and you want to just lay down. So we didn't. I said, you know, we got to fight this. So we got to try to sit up. So, you know, we sit up as long as we could. First it was 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah. Then it became 20. Then it became 30. And afterward, like I would do my eyes like this. I feel the pain in that, right? I was like, okay, I still, you know, hurting like that. That's how I would gauge mine. And I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I run to the toilet and I sit on the toilet, it will come out the other end. And then I do my eyes, it's hurting less. It's hurting less until it wasn't hurting no more. To do that. That's how I knew I got over Omicron. It was crazy.
Now that's interesting. Now, just so y'all know, you can look it up. There's certain things you can do with your eyes to help all type of things. It's even covering your eye, blinking your other one for high anxiety, to bring down your anxiety, to bring down your blood pressure. Look up eye exercises for health, for blood pressure, things of that nature. He just brought up, he might instinctively was doing that, but even it's stuff like that, man. We just don't realize how. Listen, and I'll get off of you. Know how I get. This is a fact right here. What I'm about to say. Medical doctor tell you this. There's no medication that heals the body. It does not exist. Right. No medical doctor has any medication. There's never been one that has ever been come up with that can heal the body. Only your body can heal the body. Right. And only the food you eat is going to control basically. Now, what medication can do is extract, block, and take away or magnify. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could do that. So it can like move something out the way that's blocking something, but that's the most it can do. It cannot heal the body. So I just want y'all to know. People don't realize that, you know, and it don't seem like is that true? Yeah, nothing heals the body.
Yeah, your body.
So anyway.
Remember, I'm a germaphobe. I've been ready and prepared for COVID-19 my whole life.
Yeah, I thought I was too. I was not ready for COVID. My daughter called me a germaphobe. Look, I keep alcohol above my toilet and use it every time, even if I'm the only person living here. Listen, some things can creep through.
It was rough. Now let me see.
But I feel you though. I was ready.
Let's look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs and why we train. Okay. American psychologist Abraham Maslow created the hierarchy of needs in order to explain what motivates us as humans. The hierarchy of needs asserts that as humans, we all have the same several needs, and it's true. Those needs are separated into 5 areas and are often displayed in the form of a pyramid. And much like a pyramid, the needs at the bottom must be satisfied before the next level of needs can be addressed. Much like in most martial arts, that means you must have a solid base before trying anything more complicated. The 5 levels of the pyramid are, and I go bottom to the top: physiological, that's the base; safety, social, esteem, self-actualization. Okay, those are the 5. Physiological, safety, social, esteem, self-actualization. Here are some thoughts about how the martial arts can help you meet those needs. Physiological, the base. These needs are the physical needs required for our survival: food, air, water, shelter, clothing, sex, etc. Knowing how to breathe, what to eat, and when. Our martial art and which is the USPI, which is the Urban Survival Preparedness Institute, which is associated with the African Martial Arts Institute. We teach survival. We talked about food earlier, air, water 3 days. So it's you know, the law of threes. You can go 3 days without water, 3 minutes without air, 3 weeks without food, 3 hours without shelter before you suffer effects. Okay, so it's a law of threes. We can help you with food, air, water, shelter, how to make them, clothing, what clothes to wear. Sex, we can't help you with that need.
Yeah,
you get help somewhere else. We can teach you to breathe, what to eat, when, all of that. Okay, so we can help you with most of your physiological needs. Martial arts can, self-defense program, whatever. Safety needs. That's definitely martial arts' wheelhouse, right? These relate to things such as personal security, financial stability, and general health and well-being. Learning how to defend yourself and your loved ones directly fulfills this need. The same goes for the added benefits of being healthy, fit, and in a good mental state as a result of being physically active. Social, that's self-esteem, that's esteem needs. These relate to such things as family, friendship, and intimacy. Relationships forged in training are some of the most powerful and enduring relationships. Many martial artists say they think of their peers as family. Going through the hardships and joys of training together creates shared experiences that last a lifetime. You will know, respect, and love, and know that you earned them both. Okay? You will know, respect, and love, and know that you earned them both. Once these bottom tiers are met, we can then start looking at meeting our higher needs as follows. So those are the bottom tiers: physiological, safety, social. Those are the bottom. Now we can look at the higher needs.
Esteem needs. This refers to our need to be respected, both by ourselves and by others. In today's world, in my eyes at least, people often try to meet these needs through superficial and ultimately useless means. how many likes you get for Facebook posts, how many Twitter, Instagram followers you have, and other superficial measures are considered to be ways of quantifying one's popularity. This is directly related to how we perceive ourselves. There are many studies relating social media to low self-esteem and confidence issues. And the most, I'm not going to say that because then I'm talking too much. No, I'm going to say it because it's the truth. And I feel it before I finish this next paragraph. In my dealings, there's some beautiful people online, right? But when I meet the eccentric, the abstract, beautiful person, they usually don't be on social media like that. And if they on social media, they whatever they got, they doing it. But they're not on there like I'm on there all the time on there because they usually not those eccentric, brilliant minded people. I'm sure if Baba wasn't doing, if you didn't write books, if you didn't have a school, I don't think you'd be on social media. I don't think you'd be on there. Like, what do you do on there most of the time? Promote your book. Now, you wouldn't be on social media. Nikki's, she's not really on social media like that. It's just something to think about. Anyway,
Yeah, well,
martial arts are a great way of developing true self-esteem. But by demonstrating consistent effort and positive values, you will earn respect from others. You will meet people who are inspirational and will respect them for their knowledge, skill, and wisdom. Skills and wisdom. You respect their willingness to share these with you. You will find that people respect you when you work hard, help others, and return the respect they give you. This recognition also comes in the form of earning your rank through blood, sweat, and tears. You'll also develop the confidence and self-esteem by feeling pride at your hard work and meeting the goals that you set for yourself. Want more? You also learn how to manage disappointment. I'm sorry, that's a personal thing. Because I mean, I'm a Virgo perfectionist. I can't understand why my shit ain't looking. Mama trying to tell me I ain't doing it right. Like, what? That's disappointment when you're like, no, you're not doing it. No, that's not it. You got to manage your disappointment, failure, and delay gratification when you don't meet those goals or they are delayed.
excuse me. Self-actualization needs, which is the highest form. This refers to our desire. This refers to our desire to fulfill our potential. This particular need is one that is more unique to each individual and often relates to more creative pursuits. In other words, we want food, shelter, and safety. We want to feel loved and respected. But while we all want to fulfill our potential, this varies from person to person. For example, it can mean improving an artistic pursuit. For others, it can mean being a great friend, partner, or parent. It can also mean being an innovative entrepreneur or artist. To the dedicated martial artist, this never ending pursuit is the essence of self-actualization, a relentless journey toward the betterment of the self. This is reflected in all other areas of life. It helps drive you toward the achieving your self-actualization goals, even if they are unrelated to martial arts. Yep. That being said, I do believe that in terms of artistic pursuits, none are higher than the martial arts.
None. I'm sorry.
So there you have it. If we look if we look at this theory of human motivation, we can see that training in the martial arts, any of the martial arts, can help you feel safe, respected, and healthy. Lastly, it will help you discover who you are and help you navigate the path to fulfilling your potential and living life to the fullest.
Amen.
Most definitely.
Bob, your mic off again.
Yeah, he's probably muted.
Peru Chris said Maslow stole his hierarchy of needs from the Blackfoot Nation. He also messed it up, taking it from the indigenous knowledge to Western BS. Your mic's still off, but you're on mute. Your mic is on mute. Well, I mean, everything, there is no, anytime we quote anything, I mean, that we're not, it's just the way, how,
And we're gonna do it in our own flavor anyway.
Of course. So
So
we're going to
he
bring
may
it
have
back.
messed it up, but it's not BS.
Right.
Because
And we
those
melanated
needs, we
back
all
up.
have them. We all have those needs.
This is true.
Everyone starts their journey for their own reason. There's no right or wrong, no perfect age or time to begin, no one ideal martial arts discipline, premier gym, or perfect coach or instructor. But there are needs that must be met, needs that must be fulfilled. Oh, and there's a difference between a coach, instructor, and a teacher, by the way.
We've talked about that. I think we had.
No. I taught you all that in instructor class.
I know you taught us that, but I think we mentioned that in a class. I mean, in a warrior class before. Oh. I'm gonna search for it.
Okay, but there are needs that must be met, needs that must be fulfilled, and you will do what you do to make that happen in all aspects of life. So just remember that.
No doubt. And we appreciate you, Peru Chris. We know.
We appreciate you. You said just sharing knowledge. Yeah, we appreciate it. And on that, Carl Jung, he took his thing about the ego, superego. What was that? Yeah, that was Jung. He took that from the people of Borneo, and he took it from the Yoruba.
I mean,
have long dealt with that. So,
everything.
These Europeans have always stolen. Hell, the Boy Scouts.
Oh, bro.
From
the medicine, the Hippocratic Oath.
Right, huh?
The Hippocratic Oath.
Right, the Hippocratic Oath.
Or something they left off the part where you're supposed to take care of the people that they left out the real part. My name on Facebook is Annie Uea. That's We the People, which is the real name of the Iroquois Nation. The people they call the Cherokee Indians is really in the Uea. They call them Cherokee, and We the People comes directly from the oral Constitution that was stolen. The Constitution that America has today is stolen from the oral Constitution, the Blackfoot Nation Constitution. So everything,
I've told you my
lineage,
Native American, my Native American name, right?
No, you haven't, Bob.
Really?
Matter of fact, maybe you have it. I don't remember. What is it?
Awashida.
No, you never told me that.
Awashida, which actually means it's.
I used to take Awashka every now and then.
I take a wash up too. It's from. Is it Blackfoot? Man, I forget. But it means war chief, which is funny. Right.
Can't escape it, no matter where you go, huh?
Escape it. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, Boy Scouts, British colonizer got from Azanian rites of passage. They always, take our shit and
everything. Look, I just posted the top designers in the top.
Yeah.
The most iconic designs.
Yeah.
Ever created.
Yeah, I'm knowing that. Yeah.
All come the top 4 designers, the top more popular designs, the most famous 5 prints that's ever been in production come from Africa, come from the tribes. Like, it is what it is, man. That's what we are.
Yes, from their symbology, yes. Symbols and all that is stolen. Shit, when you drive to New Orleans, well, you can see it in other places all over the United States. The metalworking, like in gates and things,
Right,
always
Sankofa.
the anchor symbols. It's
Mm-hmm.
always the anchor symbols. Yeah, mainly Sankofa. You got
Get
even
us
that
started.
what they call the fleur de lis, the flower of life. That's taken from us.
See, don't get us started, Peru.
Plaid, plaid is
Even
the
plaid, yeah.
Maasai.
Huh?
Uh, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the word. Nickel, sea nickel. I don't know.
Cynical. Cynical.
Cynical.
Cynical.
Duh. But plaid, that's the Maasai people. No.
He said, I thought that was Scottish.
Yeah,
Okay,
right,
right.
yeah. African and American developed denim jeans. I didn't know that.
I read
But
about that recently. Yes.
yeah, so they'll tell you Scottish created plaid, and that comes from the Maasai. Yes.
Yeah, they won't tell you which Scottish people.
Ah,
Just like they got Romans. Yeah, they got Romans. They don't tell you about the first Romans, the
right.
Etruscans.
Well, see, the Roman, when they say Roman anyway, the Roman Empire was all over the earth. So that could be anywhere, not just in Italy.
Right.
Rome was the world at one point because they had colonized and conquered the world. So,
You know what I thought about before we get out of here?
mm,
I was thinking about just racism. I was thinking about racism talking to OD, and I was like, I'm not mad at white people coming from one little spot on Earth and going out and seeing. Like I kind of follow how Dr. Chris Wilson talk about it. You go out and you go north, south, east, west. It's all dark people. Like what you gonna do? You die with everybody. Everybody can conquer you genetically. You can't conquer, you can only conquer by force.
mm.
We can go in and just take your women.
And well, they can conquer by force after making us put our
Susceptible
guard
to
down. Because we're able to whoop their ass too.
So you got to make it susceptible
So
first.
they were all jacked up.
Like martial arts, you got to off balance us before you can take us down.
Right.
And they can conquer genetically after generations, which is when they affect what your mindset is and what you value as far as a partner goes. Then they can take us out genetically too. But I mean, it takes a lot more for them to do it.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about, like, man, it's got to be terrifying to know that, like, you could be taken out by a group of people without force. They can be friendly to you.
Right.
You can meet a bunch of black people. We cool. We love you.
Right. We trade.
I love your daughter. She is great. We got this thing going. Like, that's it. You lost. The king is like, oh my God. That's got to be terrifying. Your child is like, man, that had to be crazy to figure out the first time. Woo.
I was going to say too, I'm sorry, if anyone's looking for good movies to show your children, there's one movie called Rabbit Proof Fence. I think there's one slightly sexual situation in there, but it's real. It's the kind of thing that a child is not going to notice. You know what I'm saying? What was happening. But they talk about in Australia what their plan was as far as breeding out the Aboriginals. And I mean, if you'll see that there, but it's a great movie and it's really good for children. It stars several children.
Go ahead. You said it stars who?
I was several children. They're not famous or anything like that, but I mean,
to get away. I just want to say on the record that I did watch the show that you suggest, Landman, and now I do have to say it's great. And I have to suggest it, but she didn't explain. She just said she watched Landman.
Whatever.
It's a great show, and it's a masterclass in the type. If you want to educate and entertain, like John Q kind of started that, where that was really just set up to tell you how the medical industry is screwing people. You know what I'm saying? How the insurance companies are screwing people, but they had to sit you down and have your attention first.
Right.
This is a masterclass on a TV show it's really just trying to teach you about the environment
And the
and what
oil
you don't know, how you've been bamboozled with green energy and stuff. And this is stuff people have been trying to get out for a long time, and they put it in the show, and it is really good how they do it. I hate to give credit because ain't no Negroes in the show. This one.
There's a few.
And he's got good
But
character.
also the thing about it is, if anyone watched Yellowstone, you could see that they were trying to impart what people would call the conservative view of politics and life, basically.
Right.
Landman is like that too. You could tell that they're asserting certain conservative
Politics
views,
yeah.
but if you can see through that, then you understand that they're showing you the inner workings of this particular industry, regardless of whatever your opinions are.
And on movies too, let's give Ominique a hand for being one of the stars of the 688.
Right. There may be I haven't seen this, but there may be a scene in there where you see a woman pushing a baby stroller, like one of them old-fashioned baby strollers. That's me. They cut all my lines, but they showed that part.
All right. That's what's up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Based off a true story.
What? Rabbit-proof fence?
Yes, Rabbit-proof fence is based on a true story. And thank you, iManifesto, for clarifying the name of it for me.
You said Rabbit-proof fence?
Yeah, but someone in the chat asked for the name again. They said, was it Rabbit fence? Yeah, Stren was asking for the name. So thanks.
Yeah, I'm looking for some good TV shows to jump on, man. I don't know what's out there. I done seen.
I done seen damn near everything.
I can't find War of the Worlds no more, man. I watched Nikki watched 2 episodes, and now you can't find it on the computer.
You got to subscribe to something to get.
Yeah, so I watch it on Prime, but
how you
have MGM? You have to have MGM to watch it on Prime.
Yeah, I got Prime with the GM.
Yeah,
thing.
I don't like that.
You with that old deluxe Prime?
Yeah, Hulu.
Yeah.
I got that stuff.
Something like.
I would say good shows.
I'm usually asking you.
The Irrational. The Irrational is good.
Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know what that is.
The Irrational is about this. He's a psychologist and he's a professor. Black man who played in the play Rent. I can't remember his name, but
Jesse L. Martin.
Yeah. He plays this professor who helps solve cases and stuff like murders and stuff like that. And he deals with human behavior.
I love it.
And so that's a good show. I can only deal with so many shows that's dealing with law enforcement. Like damn, now I cannot deal with a straight up cop show. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah. And all my auditions are cops.
Right.
Wow.
I got 2 auditions right now. And then not just cops. This one in Chicago said they want me to draw on the inspiration of Denzel from Training Day and Morgan Freeman for 7.
Well, those are totally. Morgan Freeman from 7 was now. I watch serial killer shows. I love them, to be honest.
Wow.
But Morgan Freeman from 7 was a detective. I would say like a Hercule Poirot or almost like a Sherlock Holmes type. But Lonzo was just a straight up criminal, unless he both,
That's what I was gonna say.
I think they want me to be a little bit of both, to be.
Now that would be a dope character. That'd be a dope character. Equalizer still watching sometime. Now Equalizer isn't about
I can't,
Really,
man.
isn't about law enforcement.
I can't see. I can't.
Well,
Listen,
Equalizer.
man.
So
That's
Equalizer
good.
movies, I watch a lot. The show I watched the first 2 seasons, some of the third season, but I can't.
That's just
You know,
sexist, Belay. I'm sick of
And
you.
you know, any other time I let you have it, but it's really about her. I can't. I can't. I just don't believe you. I can't even get myself to.
she did a
Can't
good job
suspend his
though.
disbelief.
What they should do is have Denzel's character and her character join
In
up
the
in one
movie.
movie.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Pass the
And that's
torch.
how they'll get viewers. That's how they'll get me to watch her. Put her in the movie.
That would
And
be
let me see
huge
she
if
likes it.
Denzel did a regular TV show. Even if he just
he did do a regular TV show, Saint Elsewhere.
no, I'm
years
saying
ago.
now in his
Oh,
career.
no, he ain't gonna.
But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That would be so huge if he was on there and they came up with some type of storyline. He wouldn't even have to be on there that much.
Well, I think it would work better as a movie.
Yeah, the movie. That's too
Not
unbelievable for him to do TV, but it's believable to get her on a movie with him. Especially the way
If they came up with that Denzel money, they would make it
especially the way. But Denzel already got a plan with all the stuff he's doing when he retired. But what's possible, especially the way women are booming right now, bringing a woman on to that franchise, that just makes sense. As far as Equalizer to bring a woman now, why they ain't done that yet? You gotta.
They're doing a Man on Fire TV show. I don't know how it's gonna work as a TV show, but they're doing a Man on Fire TV show.
Interesting.
And I believe I think it's the brother. I think it's the brother from now that was a good cop show. Cross. I think he's the one that's playing Man on Fire, but I'm not sure.
Wow, Man on Fire TV show. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that was done so well. Like sometimes you want to let some shit go. Now
Crazy.
I will. I
would go with a Denzel doing Man on Fire too. Well, he can't because he died.
Right.
But, I'm sorry for those who haven't seen Man on Fire.
No, man, if you ain't seen that now, come on.
That thing's like 20 years old though, so
right.
I'm sorry. I want to shout out to Jadarian for two things. First, he mentioned Severance season 2. I was gonna mention Severance. I don't think about that. But for anyone else who has not seen the show Severance, it's on Apple Plus. If you have friends,
amazing. The concept is
friends
brilliant.
You know how to pull up bootleg shows, have someone help you, or a Fire Stick or whatever.
Apple TV is
Severance is they have great shows, but I have the only one I hear they have great shows, but the only one I watch regularly is Severance, and season 2 is coming out at the end of this month, and season 1 was so amazing. So yes, Severance season 2. And I'm sorry, I just want to also shout out Jadarian because I just started following him on Instagram because like Belay says, I'm like not heavy on social media, but he always posts really great videos. And I've gotten into several of the videos that he posts. So I just wanted to thank you, Jadarian. Appreciate that.
Silo was is good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I just watched it last night.
So Creasy Bear, yes. I like Christopher Walken's character. They basically just use him to describe Creasy. He's like a painter. His masterpiece is death. His art is death.
Right.
Masterpiece. All that kind of shit.
You picture somebody describing you.
She is on Apple. She is a good show.
And that one show with the guy he goes to England and becomes a soccer coach and he's never seen soccer before or something like that.
Ted Lasso.
Isn't that Apple TV also?
I think is she the one that's on Netflix?
When they all blind.
Boy. Woo! That's a good one.
That's cold.
She's on Netflix too, I think.
I don't know.
Very good.
On Netflix, but that's cold.
But you can track it down. Like I said, get you a fire stick or what we do whatever you can to get
I could never
without
watch
having
that.
to get all these subscriptions. Get yourself in a place where you can watch some of these shows because some of them are very. Of course, most of the things that we watch are they intend to indoctrinate us with certain things, but if your eyes are open, you see past that stuff. There's a lot of really great writing out there, a lot of really great symbolism out there that they're doing more these days.
And of course, 90% of what's out there, Ominiki and Bile are in. So
in some kind of way.
Some kind of way we gonna get this in there now.
Right.
We're gonna get our piece.
Man, what happened to the show? What's that show with Rosario Dawson and and y'all in it?
Oh, DMZ.
Yeah, I never even watched that. I need to watch.
I watched the first couple episodes. It was pretty good. It's just there's so many shows out there. It was hard to.
I like post-apocalyptic stuff anyway. So
yeah,
me too. Mm-hmm. I like everything, man. If it's good, I like it. But I really have been missing. I'm gonna be honest. Ever since Barry, Atlanta, and I hate to say Dave, but Dave, I'm gonna say it low because it's strictly about this white dude. But
I never watched Dave. Yeah, but
I freaking
Get Millie Black is excellent.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that out.
Is that funny?
No, it's not funny.
I need to laugh, man. Ever since Barry been gone and Atlanta been gone, like I have not laughed hard at a show. I need a show that's gonna really make me laugh, man.
Yeah, so The Last of Us, season 2 is coming. That's a good show.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you haven't seen, what's his name? What's the comedian? Jim Carrey.
Oh, right.
What's it called?
Kidding.
Kidding.
Yes.
Kidding. I'm gonna tell you, all I can say is them folks took him off the air.
Right, they did.
After they was like, "No, sir, you're not doing this. We're not gonna let you do this."
Yeah.
He had to confuse them and not let them know where he was going with that.
So,
and when they figured it out,
Atlanta was surrealism.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because Brittany said it was a lot of what the fuck moments.
Yeah, there was some weirdo stuff kind of like interlaced.
The way Atlanta was made is you had to watch all of it. Because if you just came in and watched one on a episode, it may have had nothing to do with
you. It'll confuse you if you watch one episode. Oh yeah, Abbott Elementary is excellent, and that's funny.
See, I was scared about that because certain types of comedy, if it's too quick and simple, like back to back, punch, I don't.
No, it's not. It'll make you laugh. But
it was a show.
It is liberal.
It was really funny to me.
It was a show that Nikki turned me on. That's funny, but I can't watch because it's too airy.
Oh, it's called This Fool.
What?
This Fool.
Now
I do not mean to be offensive.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
This Fool is good. The Mexican dude.
Right.
No. I'm talking about the one about this middle class family or something. It's like I don't know what it is. Somebody's selling real estate or something. I forgot what it is. But it's just
outside. The Circle is good. It's called The Circle. The Whole. Remember
yeah, that's on.
I forgot what that's called. What's that called? The Other Side or something?
I forget, but they after 2 seasons they ended it.
They killed it. They killed the old man. They canceled the old man. They not making a few weeks ago. Yeah, they canceled the old man. I mean, that was like one of the best new shows that they had put out there.
Somebody else gonna probably pick that up on another station because there's a lot of wars going on too. That's not gonna die. Out of range, yes.
Out of range, yeah.
I love
out of range,
yeah. FX be doing
Fargo, yes, definitely Fargo.
Cynical. The running philosophy, while true in almost every instance in Hollywood, applies literally. It will keep you from seeing some amazing art. Sadly, yes, yes, it will.
The
Absolutely.
agent, yeah, the agent is mid. Did you say mid?
I've been enjoying the agency. I feel like
I
they're
freaking
building
love
up
the
to something
agency.
big. Yeah.
Who said it was mid?
Meh.
Oh,
Give me the
Matt.
99.
Oh,
It's sometimes spy things don't resonate with everyone either. Like there's this movie called Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I don't know if
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
have seen it, but like that's one of the ones that I will, whenever it's on, I will watch it. It's just a great
I
spy.
loved
Now
it.
on spy shows, the Day of the Jackal was good. Until the last episode was garbage.
They rushed it. It's like they rushed it. Like we got to get this finished now. All of a sudden, why would they do
Right.
that?
That was
And sadly,
garbage.
I know what happened because of all the people on Facebook who love to post spoilers for attention. So I
That
never
was
even got to watch
crazy.
the
Why
show,
did
but
they
I
do
know
that
what
last
happened.
episode like that? I mean, it's like you built up all this,
Right.
to just let it
Then,
go.
then she just like get your ass out of here. This is good.
Yo, I'm sorry, but the agency to me, I always look for, if you're gonna do something, what's the difference? And the agency is like the first time when we're seeing like inside of a CIA agent's mind, stuff he has to cope with and deal. It's like the first time we're seeing that. How the agency is playing, how nobody can like. It's almost like the first time they did that movie with the show with the Spanish woman who became the cartel leader, Queen of
Oh,
South.
okay.
Queen of South was the first time we actually saw cartels, how they what kind of life they live, what type of issues do they have, and it just mesmerized me. So the agency got me like that because it's a world we haven't been privy to.
Now,
You know what I'm saying?
And I was gonna say, I'm sorry,
stay
Yipper is
focused on the
saying they
agency.
can't stay focused. That's why you're not enjoying it. Things like that, shows like that, like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, you got to be paying attention to what they're saying and what they're doing. If you're not,
the sister in there make you stay focused.
In which one you talking about? You talking about the Jackal
Agency.
in the agency?
the sister in there.
Yeah, it's love interest.
With the
Right, yeah. See, I don't think of her as. I'm sorry, I'm not even.
You know, I'm not really attracted to her like that. But men love her, love her, love her.
Oh, she's beautiful. Absolutely.
That's what
1,000. I just, that ain't my fault.
Like when people, my sister said, I know, you probably like Lupita Nyong'o. I said, no. I said, Denai Guerrera would be more.
Hold on, let me just say this for you, Baba. You do like Lupita. I don't give a damn what you say. No. I don't care. Let me just tell you. I didn't like her. I felt the same way about her as I feel about this woman we talking about now. I knew she was beautiful, but it didn't do anything for me. When I seen Lupita in person, I almost flipped the fuck. I almost lost my mind. I'm not bullshitting. I did not even think she was like that at all. When I seen her in person, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, they make this shit? They make skin like that? Like I ain't never seen no skin like that. I'm not talking about how black it was. Black as yet. Okay, that shit looked different. I don't know the fuck, nigga. I lose all my character when I think about how she looked in person because I ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm like,
no Mexican like that, huh?
And let me just say this last part. And body
Mexican, I'm like,
and let me just say something. Body wise, as a bodyologist.
Oh my goodness! A moment of silence for Lupita.
Yeah. What?
Now, I'll give you that. Now, yeah, she's attractive, but it's just something about her.
Something about it is called white man.
Well, somebody ain't called white. No, she said because she's with a white man.
She was married to a white man, and then when her and
Oh,
her white man got divorced, Lupita
oh,
started dating him. The sister in the agency. I'm sorry, I feel like this is weird
oh my
gossip.
God, that's that
But
what?
you know what? This is a great segue into my new channel that I'm going to be starting on YouTube, because
Oh,
I'm going to start reviewing some of those pop the balloon videos. Apparently, that's like a stream of income you can have now, where you don't even have to make a show yourself. All you got to do is just play clips
oh,
and comment on them.
I
I'm
You
don't
know,
know
I
if
doing
you,
hate those pop the balloon. My wife likes those pop the balloon. I
that. I'm gonna
hate those
figure out
pop
look.
how
the
to do
balloon
that.
things.
I don't know if you're serious, but I just want y'all to know I've already. I'm not even joking. I've already recorded a series of reaction videos.
Exactly. That's what I'm.
I've already recorded. I haven't edited them yet. I've already recorded reaction
Maybe
videos.
they'll
You know
just be
what?
reactions.
We could do a person like they do martial art techniques, or we show a person on the show, and then we pop the balloon if they do if they do a terrible job, but they do a good job of the technique. We don't pop. That's a good thing too.
They used
Right.
to call that the Gong Show, didn't they?
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
The
exactly.
Gong Show. That's funny.
It's
Right.
301, man. We appreciate y'all, man. She gives
We
meals and
do.
everything.
Thank you
So
so
yeah.
much. We do
Yeah.
appreciate y'all watching and listening to us. Thank
It
you.
said, hold on, real quick. He said they made a kid version of those dating shows on YouTube.
I
Oh
don't like that. I
Yeah,
don't like that.
no, that no.
See, we
now I
always
did
got
I
chicken
did
too,
see
folks.
one. I saw one where it was a kid looking at a woman.
Grown
We
woman.
talked about that. We talked about
Right.
Right,
that.
right, right. I'm like, no. That is
Yeah, everyone
borderline
involved need
child
physical correction.
sexual. Yeah, definitely.
Season 2 of Silo
Hold
is
on a
trash
second.
to you,
Come
Lamar?
on, come on
Jesus.
down. I'm
What
talking
was
to
you
my
saying
grandbaby.
yesterday?
And I will shout out to McClubbin. Thank you for complimenting my taste. I appreciate it.
Yes, Yipper
Like
99.
Burley
I'm a
52
body
Blocks does
artist.
comedic reviews on martial art videos and fights. Yes.
I'm copywriting that too. I'm the
We
only
talked
certified.
about Light Burley. I'm probably gonna end up on there one of these days.
And Yipper 99, that's copyright. I'm the only certified qualified bodyologist in America. So if you ever hear anybody else use that, just let them know they're not qualified. I'm the only one. That's mine.
But
I
Light Burley, Light Burley, from 52 Blocks, if he gets one of my videos, I would challenge him. Well, I won't challenge him. I would say he ain't gonna find no bullshit in the video. I'll say that.
No.
He ain't gonna find no bullshit.
100.
So he may say, okay, he I agree with that, but my boy so and so make some joke about it, and I'm cool with it. This one now he tears up the brothers from the nation. He tears them up. Doing the Sanukis. Well, they don't do Sanukis. They do VSK, which is form of Sanukis, but he tears the brothers from the nation up. They do the rollout at the end of every technique.
I even had to comment on the rollout.
Rollout on the street, and we've joked about the rollouts,
Wow.
He showed Steve Muhammad. Steve. That old dude. He fast right there. He got to be about 70, and Steve Muhammad is about 80, actually.
Yeah.
He's in great shape.
He's the person that Bruce Lee said had the fastest hand of any man he's ever seen. And he does this boom. He does this punch, and it's quick. He said, the guy's face to be messed up. He says, then boom, I come with another. He said, now he's doing too much now. Boom, I come with an uppercut. Then I step on his heel. He comes from.
Hit him in
Right, Steve comes from Kempo, and Kempo does those long chain combos, but I know Steve Muhammad, and he's great at what he does.
Yeah, bro.
He had Khalid on there. Hassan Khalik. I don't know Hassan Khalik, but I like what he does.
This new dude with the dreads going around, that young dude, man, I
Now,
can't stand
he gets
him.
on my nerve. That dude with the dreads.
I
I
can't
don't know
stand him.
why. He to me on the level of that Dust dude.
We gonna break. We gonna get his
We're gonna break
videos
him
and break
down
it
one
down.
of these days. Yes.
We gonna break him down. By next week, I'm gonna be ready to go. You guys can check out
because
Coach
So
Britt.
that'll be our new channel,
Yeah.
Warrior Class Reaction Videos.
Now we can do that. That would work.
We can react to all kinds of things.
Right. Yeah, we get all kinds and pop a balloon.
Right.
We'll get some balloons. Pop a balloon. All right,
First of
y'all.
all, Common can act. As long as he's angry, he can act. He just got to be angry, and he does great anger.
He was on, what was that? Hell, what is
that cowboy show?
Yeah, something.
Hell on Wheels.
He was pretty good on that show.
No, he was great.
Yeah,
we got attacked by that bear.
Until he fought the bear. Until he fought the bear, but it was realistic. The bear whooped his ass, but it would have killed him.
But he was still great how he acted when he came back. He was off at the. I messed with him.
All right. Love y'all. Stay black. Stay safe out there.
Yeah,
stay warm.
Absolutely.
Or not stay warm if you live in California.
That's our homeboy, our manifesto. He asked us about the EJ Kade African martial arts slim dude. That's our homie.
Yeah, he's our homie. That's
his name, Jay. I can't think his name right now. Rob.
Hell on Wheels. That was a name. I'm sorry.
I can't stand it. Your memory is better than mine, Bob. I cannot stand that. Anyway,
yeah, Rob Doggett is cool. But we're about to break out. Be safe, like I said, out there. Stay black or whatever it is that you may be.
Yeah, Bo.
Peace.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, smash the like button. I was about to say that to him and got distracted. Like button, subscribe.
Share the show.
Ominigi.
Donate.
Bang.
Thank you. I didn't know what
wait for the Patreon. I have some special reaction videos on there.
Yeah. All right. Love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace. Thank you. Grateful for you.
I'm gonna go to the other room and.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea on the Patreon. I'm like, what can we do besides technique?
Reaction. Yeah.
Reaction and critique. We can critique people's. Oh.
Yeah, but we're about to break that dude down with them braids next week.
That's what I'm saying. We about to start immediately.
Yeah, he got to go.
Peace, y'all. I'm about to hit up Dr. Ball and see how we set this thing up so we can do this. We're gonna get this thing right. We're gonna get right tonight. Peace, Ball.
All right, y'all. Well, hopefully you talk to Dr. Ball so I ain't got to be running from room to room.
Yes, exactly. We gotta stop. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop this. This don't make no sense.
All right, Joe.
All right, love you, Bob.
We want you to get your necessary steps in. It's a part of us forcing you to walk the stairs, Bob.
Yes. That too.
Remember, y'all, do your squats. Hold on. What's this over here? Carla Conrad. What you putting up there? What you putting up there, Carla Conrad? What is that?
Webinars, recorded webinars.
What is that? What is that? Are you
not sure what that is? Y'all be careful with it. But Carla,
you the whole show. You wait to the end. You drop us some IAO. We don't know about you like that. We don't know you, Carla.